Have you ever said yes to something when every part of you wanted to say no? Have you ever replayed a moment in your head thinking, I should have spoken up, but didn't, because you didn't want to sound rude? If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. That's exactly what Rebecca Reid explores in her book, The Power of Rude. This video is about understanding what rude really means, and why embracing a little bit of it might just make your life healthier, calmer, and fairer. What does rude really mean? Rebecca Reid argues that most of us, especially women, have been trained from a young age to be nice, to keep everyone comfortable, to smooth over tension, and say yes even when we mean no. But here's the catch. The line between nice and submissive can get blurry, and the fear of being seen as rude often means we stay quiet when we should speak up. In The Power of Rude, Reid redefines rude as the courage to be honest, direct, and self-respecting, even when others might not like it. The cost of always being nice. Reid gives examples from everyday life, at work, in relationships, even at the supermarket. A woman apologizing for taking up space in a meeting. A friend agreeing to do a favor that she doesn't have time for. A customer smiling through terrible service to avoid conflict. Each small act of politeness seems harmless, but over time it teaches us one powerful message: that other people's comfort matters more than our own boundaries. The result is stress, burnout, and quiet resentment. The double standard. When a man speaks directly, he's confident. When a woman does, she's rude. Reid doesn't say this to create conflict between genders, but to show how language and culture shape behavior. By understanding that double standard, we can start to question it, and decide consciously when to comply and when to challenge it. Becoming comfortably rude. So how do you actually use the power of rude in your life, without turning into someone you don't want to be? Reid suggests starting small. Here are some practical tips. Number 1. Keep a rudeness diary. For 1 week, write down moments when you wanted to say no or speak up, but didn't. Note what stopped you and how it felt afterwards. Number 2. Reflect and rewrite. At the end of the week, choose 2 or 3 of those moments. Write out what you could have said instead, calmly, clearly, and respectfully. Number 3. Practice in low-stakes situations. Say no thank you to an invitation you don't want. Correct a small mistake at a cafe or store. Speak up gently in a meeting when you have an idea. These micro moments build your confidence. Number 4. Set clear boundaries. Try saying, I don't have time for that right now, or that doesn't work for me. Notice that the world doesn't fall apart when you do. And over time, those little acts of self-respect stop feeling rude. They start feeling natural. Reframe the word rude. Reid's biggest insight is that rude is often just a label people use when you stop prioritizing their comfort over your well-being. She encourages readers to reframe the word. Instead of rude, think firm, clear, or honest. Every time you feel guilty for setting a boundary, remind yourself you're not being rude, you're being fair to yourself. The ripple effect. When we start using this small, controlled kind of rudeness, something shifts. We become more authentic. Our relationships become clearer, and the people around us, even if they don't love it at first, begin to respect our honesty. As Reid writes, if being rude means being real, maybe that's not such a bad thing. So the next time you hesitate to speak up, take a deep breath and ask yourself, what's the worst that can happen if I'm a bit rude? Sometimes the only thing standing between you and peace of mind is one small, brave no. Politeness is lovely, but honesty is powerful.
MA